with what we started in week 1. If you remember, first week we talked about a few things. So I want to bring that back, and I want to remind you that through these 12 weeks, we indeed were treading through these areas. That's what I want to sort of remind you before we sort of close down this whole discussion. If you remember, this is what we said. We had several questions, and then we said we will look at all these. This is what we did in the last 12 weeks. Veda, knowledge repository, law of conservation of divinity, our karma theory, punarjanma, purusharthas, varnashrama. Path of course, self-evolution we did not do. I just initially had it in mind, but we didn't do it. Anyway, and if now I want you to go back and look at this slide very carefully. This is what I showed in week 1. If you ask, am I on the right path? Then our knowledge repository and our Veda as a pramana will help us. We need to fall back on them very seriously. Am I evolving over time? That is exactly the Varnashrama Dharma argument that we made. It is a nice metric our Sanatana Dharma, our ancestors have given to find out, am I evolving over time? And of course, self-evolution is anyway part of evolving over time. How to make sense of happenings? The karma theory. And we saw, and I found a lot of questions that came in karma theory actually. What are my priorities and goals of life? The Chatur Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And a good understanding of that will help us to know what are my goals of life, what are my priorities, what am I supposed to do. All that will come through this discussion. I want you to reflect back on this. When to step out of something? Why am I stuck with the same thing? When do I step out of something? When to take my hands off, and what to do next? All these, the Varnashrama Dharma, the two-dimensional matrix will tell us. And those discussions are all actually answering those kinds of questions that we may have in life. How am I related to the society? The law of conservation of divinity, chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita, everything will give us wonderful ideas in terms of Jiva Jagat Ishvara Sambandha. This whole triangle will be beautifully connected with this law of conservation of divinity. Matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Mayi sarvamitam protam sutre manigana iva. Aham bhutanam, adihi antirevacha. All those slokas are there in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also. Bijam, sarvabhutanam bijam aham. All those are there. What obligations do I have? The Varnashrama Dharma will answer that for you. The Yajna and Dana framework that we looked at will also tell you what obligations do you have to you and to others, and even to an extent karma theory will also tell you then, nimitta karmas are all the obligations for you. Where from I came, where do I go? This punarjanma and karma, all that we talked about in terms of agami karma, and then prarabdha and sanchita karma and all that will tell us where from I came and where do I go. The concept of free will, we talked about all these. Will I come again, and why and how? We had again the karma theory and the sojourn of life. All these would explain these questions that we have. We did touch upon all these. And do I have a say in the process? Yes, that's where the free will framework that we talked about. I found there are quite a few questions on free will that came. So how do I use my free will? How will this free will itself will keep on morphing over a period of time? And how do I sort of manage it and benefit from it? All that. So to sort of conclude, the way I presented Sanatana Dharma building blocks for you are like this. We started with Veda as Parama Pramana. Then from there, that concept of Veda as a Parama Pramana is very important part of Sanatana Dharma. Then we said Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. A deep understanding of this concept is very important to appreciate and live a Sanatanic dharmic living. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. And the moment you say Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat, you cannot have sympathy for people. You will have what is called empathy. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy means there should be a force of gravity. You are at a higher platform. Somebody is so poor, bad, needs help, so throw some money. So that there is a gravity flow. Moment you say Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat, you will develop empathy, which means you see him as you. You see, because you see God there and see God here also. So moment you see yourself, you step yourself into everybody else's situation, you will develop beautiful empathy. Empathy will develop your character. Vyaktitva vikasa will happen if you develop empathy. If you develop sympathy, you will develop ego. You think I am great, I have money, I have control, I have power, so let me throw it to someone. That is the difference between sympathy and empathy. Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat is very important. Then karma and punarjanma, which led us to free will and doing work in a particular way. Although I didn't spend a lot of time in karma yoga, one slide I showed, but the entire Gita is giving us ideas on that. Then Sanatana Dharma is also about Varnashrama Dharma. How this whole notion of Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra is a beautiful concept. It talks about our nature, about what we are capable of and what we should be doing and so on. Then you have these Purusharthas, which is far superior than the current narrow focused going after money, hook or crook, make money, have a 5-digit salary, have a bank balance, have a farmhouse. All those are fine, but Purusharthas are much bigger than that. And that's what Sanatana Dharma is telling us, and Yajna and Dhana, which we saw. But for all these, there is one fundamental question that will come to us. In all these blocks that we have, there is one question that will come, and that is called, are these really true? All these will really happen? What is the guarantee? Can I have a proof? Now, if you ask for a proof, you are defeating yourself with the purpose. In fact, that is why Shraddha is the building block of Sanatana Dharma. And that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Samshayatma vinashyesi, Ashraddha ajnanascha, Samshayatma vinashyesi. That's what he says. So Shraddha is very important. Shraddha is also defined in one of the slides. You will see what is Shraddha. Ishvara and Guru Vakya and Veda and all that. That is called Shraddha. Sanatana Dharma has a great emphasis on Shraddha. Never ever we should ask all these, will it be true? Will it happen? How do I know it will happen? In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 6, Krishna says, Na kaschit kalyana krit durgatim tata gacchati. He says, whatever good efforts you put will never go waste. Sakshat Krishna has said it. We should develop Shraddha in it. And if we follow these pillars of Sanatana Dharma, I will tell you, the grace of the Lord will befall on you. The grace of the Lord will befall on all of us, and we will be blessed. The goal of our Janma, we have talked about endless life cycle and so on, all that will all evaporate. We will self-liberate. We will see that we are nothing but the embodiment of perfection itself. That is what our Shruti is saying. All that will happen. And with these few words, I think I would like to close this discussion. And I must thank all of you, because it is because of you I was able to do all these. So I think you have taken a lot of Shraddha in this, which inspired me to sort of do things in whatever best way possible I have done. I think with these few words, I must thank you. I must thank Vyoma for such a great. They are doing a great work. About that, I'll talk at the end. I don't want to talk now. And with these few words, I think I will formally close down my discussion and hand over controls to our Vyoma brothers.